Okay, hello, this is Wmpyr here to talk about a technique that you see in some knife combat systems. So basically you have the knife, it could be in either grip, and it's basically this kind of like arm rolling type stuff. I've seen it in Silat, some Filipino martial arts teach it, and of course also see it outside of the Filipino martial arts. Now, as far as origins of the technique in regards to Filipino martial arts, we have an exercise where we get the double sticks and we're just drawing it this way and this way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you can see the arm rolling already, but like I said, we do that with the sticks. Personally, I treat it as a coordination exercise, and I've taught it as a coordination exercise, but nothing more than that. Um, I learned it from a friend back in the day when I was cross training with people that had learned other styles of Filipino martial arts, Kia, Kali, Escrima, Arnis. The one that I give credit to for my personal, the main style that I learned in Filipino martial arts is modern Arnis, and never learned it there. Okay, so just want to clarify where I've seen this stuff or where I've experienced it, and I have seen it in other styles of Kia. I can't remember what exactly, but like I said, I've always thought of it as a coordination exercise. That's it, not for real life combat or real life application. What do I think of this technique for real life application? Personally, I don't like it at all. I'm not a big fan of it, and I don't do it. I don't practice it for that, and I don't do it for that. So if you want to learn how to use this in real life, I do think it's possible, just because humans are very creative, and who am I to judge the entire human race and say this technique doesn't work? I bet there's someone in the world that can use it effectively, so I'm not going to judge that. For me personally, it's not for me. I just, it doesn't make sense to me. I never liked it for combat application, so I don't do it. It's that simple. And it's just a preference. Nothing wrong with that. It's like certain movies you like, certain movies you don't like. It's nothing more. Okay, so uh, yeah, if someone likes it and gets offended, that's really more on you. Anyway, so the one for me, like, so this kind of arm rolling thing right here, I mean, we could see the connection in the Wing Chun, chain punch, also in the Jeet Kune Do straight blast. And I've always said to you guys, for us, in my system, we have something called a chainsaw, which is similar. It's a rotation, so it is a circular motion, but the hands are apart. They don't get close. They're not center line. Left hand stays on left side, right hand stays on right side, and it's this way. Okay. So with the blade, no problem. Either grip, no problem. Okay. With a stick, no problem. With a machete, no problem. Improvised weapons, as long as it's a one-handed improvised weapon, no problem. So for me, logically, that makes sense. It is a one system for all. And that's the way I've learned Kia, and that's the way that I teach it. And this way, it's one system. You have no problem going, doing this. If you do this kind of things, you have to make up. You can't ignore that you're endangering your own hand. You could cut up your own hand this way. Just right now, I'm hitting myself. So those things cannot be ignored. Okay, so I don't care if it's like this and you're doing arm rolling. There's a danger of cutting yourself. I'm not saying that it can't work. Like I said, I believe human beings can evolve it and make it work, but you have to address those things. You have to do something about those holes in there. And for me, I just, like I said, it's preference. I just don't think it's worth putting all that effort, whatever. And some people will look at the Heaven Six and say it's not worth it. For me, it was. For me, just Heaven Six is one of my favorite moves of all time, and I put in the work, and because the Heaven Six has the same problem. If you just do the Heaven Six normal, you could cut yourself. You could clip yourself. So I modified the Heaven Six to where if I'm forearm to forearm, then I know where the blade is. I know I'm safe. So the moment I cleared, so when it's traveling, that's the danger. But the moment I immediately, like a magnet, come here, I know I'm safe. I know where the blade is. So here, 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 I know I'm safe. Boom, I'm safe. You know, with force, with pressure, with actually making contact, I know I'm safe. Boom, 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 as long as the forearms touch. So that's how I overcame the danger of doing blade work with something like the Heaven Six. Professor Bram Frank, on the other hand, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like doing that, and he warns people, you're going to cut yourself. If you're hitting yourself with the sticks, you will, on a blade, that's, you just cut off your finger or something. So he does this kind of body shifting. So with the body shifting, then your arms aren't together. And that's what he does to make up for that. So that needs to be addressed regardless. The danger of cutting yourself is what I'm saying. So the same problem arises with this. You know, the danger, I just nicked myself there. The danger does exist. So there are people trying to tackle that. You know, they're saying, well, in the reverse grip, if you do this with your wrist or whatever, then you could safely bring it out and cut, You know, that's up to you. You know, you cannot ignore that. You know, you have to tackle it. I'm not convinced by anything I've seen so far. Just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion. But that's their problem. They're working on that technique. They love that technique. They're working on it. Good for them, okay? Not my business to say, because I don't like the technique, so I'm not working on it, you know? But as far as the chainsaw goes, which is this one, you know, this is another one that I've been working on for many, many years. And so this is how I could get the rapid motions, but then I do the body shifting, just like Professor Bram Frank says. So if I need to hit center line or into the opponent right here, then I twist, and that allows me to hit the center while I don't cross my own center. Okay, so I'm able to keep my arm in its own side, but I'm able to hit right here in the middle because I'm body shifting. You know. So that's what I do with the chainsaw. If not, so these are circular motions that I'm talking about. With the Heaven Six, it's a figure eight motion. Okay, rapid figure eight motion. But I already showed you guys, if you go forearm to forearm, that is what helps me know I won't cut myself. And so this, for this one, the chainsaw, how do I know I won't cut myself? Is because I never let them get close to each other. I always keep them separate. Okay. The other one is if I want the circular motion, I do exactly what I do with the sticks, which is this kind of circular boom, boom, boom. I'll go one hand, or I'll go this way, one hand, boom, 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 boom. So I do that. I don't do this, like I said. Okay. And that's not because that's wrong. It's because I just don't like that. Okay. And so the people that are studying my system, if you want, in this case, one-handed would be flail, double-handed is blender. That's the way I define it. Why are those good? Those are good to, like, if someone's trying to grab you, pull you into a van, or come in to hit you, do bad stuff to you, they have to get close. And for them to come in, you can use a flail. You know, this kind of motion. You could use this or this to get them off of you or make it harder for them to come in. So that's where that comes into play. So I hope that makes sense. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.